Ever get that feeling from a place, like a real sense of dynamism, something really vibrant happening?
Yeah, I know you.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from Telangana. It's India's youngest state, formed, what, 2014?
That's right, 2014, which
Yeah,
is pretty recent in the grand scheme of things.
exactly. So it makes you wonder, what's the story there? What makes it tick? So that's what we're going to dive into today, looking at our sources.
Okay.
We've got quite a mix here. Ancient culture, apparently some seriously spicy food,
hmm
high-tech cities, and a history that sounds, well, pretty eventful.
It definitely seems like a place of contrast. Where should we start? Hyderabad.
Yeah, let's start with Hyderabad. It seems like the real engine of the state, and what's fascinating is this dual identity it has.
Right, you've got the huge tech presence, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. They're all there. They even call it Cyberabad.
Cyberabad, yeah, a proper tech hub. But then, like you said, contrasts. It's also steeped in centuries of history.
Absolutely. It's not just the capital. It's a place where this super modern tech scene exists right alongside deep historical roots. The sources even mention the food, the famous biryani linking back to that history.
Biryani kings living alongside the IT giant sort of thing.
Exactly, that kind of blend. And that history isn't just abstract. You've got powerful dynasties like the Qutb-Shahis, the Kakatiyas.
Right, I saw those names.
They left behind some incredible structures, forts, temples, tombs. You can actually, see the layers of history there.
It's tangible stuff. One source even said its past had more action than a Bollywood movie.
Well, it certainly wasn't dull. It points to a really rich heritage that you feel still shapes the state today.
And that heritage comes through in the culture too, right? The celebrations sound amazing.
Oh, definitely. Bonnaloo and Bathukamma festivals are mentioned specifically. Lots of color, music, those powerful drums.
Yeah.
And it's often centered around goddess worship. It's very vibrant, very energetic.
The sources say Telangana knows how to party. Sounds like they mean it.
It captures the spirit, for sure. These aren't just shows. They're like living traditions, really core to the identity.
Makes sense. Okay, and we can't ignore the food. Hyderabadi biryani.
Ah, yes, the biryani. It's almost legendary.
Calling it a national obsession feels about right, based on what I've read. That mix of Mughlai and Telugu flavors.
It's a really unique culinary fusion,
Yeah.
a real defining taste of the region, developed over ages. Chef's kiss, as they say.
Definitely sounds like it. But it's not all about tech and food. There's a mention of handlooms, too.
Yes, quite significant. Kampali saris, specifically. Telangana plays a big role in India's handloom sector, apparently doing it like a boss.
Huh. Okay, so traditional crafts are still thriving alongside all the modernity.
Exactly. It shows that even with all the high-tech growth, these skills and artistry are valued, they're part of the economy, part of the culture.
Interesting. And it's not just cities and towns either. There's nature, too.
The sources mention green farms, wildlife sanctuaries, even hill stations like in Anthagiri Hills.
So a bit of everything, geographically speaking.
Yeah, it adds another layer, doesn't it? A contrast to the urban buzz, showing the connection to the land is still there.
So when you pull it all together, that phrase, small state, big energy, it really clicks, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It nails that feeling of something dynamic, something potent.
Young, bold, rooted in tradition, but also racing into the future. That's another good line from the sources.
It sums it up well. It's this balancing act of embracing history while pushing forward.
So I guess the main takeaway is, okay, it's India's new state, but it's built on really deep foundations, history, culture.
But with a very clear eye on the future, especially with tech and innovation.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How do places manage that, holding on to a really strong regional identity, that unique culture, while also jumping headfirst into global technology and, all the changes that brings?
That's a great question. That interplay between tradition and modernity in a globalized world, it's something fascinating to watch, and Telangana seems like a prime example.
Definitely something to think about. A lot packed into a young state.